Yo, so Book Bounty is it's all right. I've used it over a month now, and I can honestly say it's good because I spent years looking for something like that, and I'm surprised that I charge $2.99 for my book, and people buy it and will review it. So I've gotten over 20 reviews because of Book Bounty, and I've had my book on there for a long time. And I haven't done something like this, but Book Bounty, it has that problem of a lot of the books you read in exchange, because you have to read one to get a review and get the points, and you use the points to get a review, and you're collecting the points, and you can choose to use Kindle Unlimited, or you can download for free as a PDF sometimes, or you can pay for it. You get to choose how you read the other books to get the points to have your book reviewed, and they have a limit on that, 6 a week. I think that's bullshit because I'm paying for it, but it's 6 a week that you can basically check out and read on the website. Excuse me, but I'd say it's worthwhile anyway, and the price is right. It's like $20 a month or something, and I forgot what I was gonna say, but there's the one problem I saw is there's some glitches every once in a while. They're not hugely bad, but you have to get the review that you put on Amazon. You have to collect the website page, the HTTPS of where the review is, the link, and you put it in the thing, and if you don't have the / at the end of the link, it marks it as this is a partial review. So that's kind of weird that they have these glitches where you have to have the / of your link from Amazon. So remember that one. You're going to see that, and you're going to experience it, and it's if you forget the / at the end of the link, and you paste it in there, and it won't register as a full review. So then they penalize you and stuff, so that's bullshit. But I'm sure you could email them and say, hey man, this is messed up and I need this fixed. But I haven't done that. I just went with the flow. I don't care. But they'll penalize you if you don't do the review and you checked out the book. And the books, a lot of them are written in AI, man. There's this huge trend of not talking about your experiences in these books, so they're fake. I literally read one that said, my thing, right? It said, my was the title, my. No first person testimonials in the book. Nothing I did this or I did that. It was always you do this, and the thing is to do is this, and never once did they say, I did this in my career or anything. And that's horrible, but that's what happens nowadays. And so there's all these AI books that come out, and they just read textbooks. And who the hell wants to buy a textbook? Nobody. You're not in school. In school, if you're a child, reading a textbook is okay. You're not thinking about this stuff because it's all new to you. But once you've read a bunch of books, you're how is this impacting me? This is like a self-help book. You got to say, I did this and I did that, and this is what happened to me, and it could help you too. That's what you got to do. And these people don't do it because they're too lazy. So that happens over and over again. And it sucks, because you want to put a really bad rating on the review. So that's the worst part, is reading these AI produced books and people don't know how to rewrite them. Because I know that people are getting hired to rewrite AI books, and that's stupid, because why'd you do AI in the first place if you're going to hire somebody to rewrite it? You might as well just hire somebody to write it. You like my nipples, dude? Did that on purpose today, showing off my breasts. Anyway. So Book Bounty's okay, man. It's worth it, and despite all the things I'm complaining about, it's worth it. I've done it, and it's better than lots of other things I looked at, man. There's some crappy ways to try to find a review online, man. There are some crappy ways, but what they have is they have a third party, so it's 3 people instead of 2 people. It's 3 people, so that's how you get through the thing. because there's multiple people just checking things out. So it's not like you're just like, we're going to trade reviews, you and I. It's not like that. It's like, I'm going to review a book in this website, and someone else was going to review the book. So it's nice to have people that are actually engaging in the website, because that's a huge problem when you see people trying to sell you something. Like, there's nobody there in the stupid page, and so there's people that are doing this, and that's good. I don't know, you know. So Book Bounty is worth it because of the action, but so that's why I'm still on it. I haven't stopped using it yet. But they will give you like low ratings. So if you don't like your book, like 2 of my books, they didn't like them, and I stopped getting reviews for them right now because I've got reviews on other ones because I want that 4.5 average. But yeah, man, there's crappy books out there, and you're gonna read them. You know, like there's a book right in front of me right now. It says, put yourself in their shoes. Like, the person who wrote this book did not put themselves in the book. They say, you can do this. Asking yourself what you would worry about. Like, what? So it's all about you. It's not like I did this. So you have to rate the book. I don't rate the books badly, but it's just like you want to. You want to give it like a 1. You're like, what the try it today. They're, you know, and that's the new trend, and it really sucks because like nobody's speaking from their own voice, and you're like, who wrote this? And you don't know, because it's like that's not the important part. Apparently, the important part is just get a bunch of crappy information out there and making sure you sell a book. And I'm sure, I don't know if this author has a platform, but maybe. But the self-help things are crazy. But you can also read, like, you know, children's books and journals, and it's all sorts of things. So some of the books are really short, and that's good to collect the points and get your own reviews. Some of them are really long. I haven't found a novel yet that I liked. I haven't found, some people, they class their genre wrong, and that's a problem. That happens even to me. But you know, say like it's a horror book and there's no horror in it, and you're like, how is this horror? This is not horror, this is something else. So that sucks. But a lot of people have problems, and they haven't gotten the right group of people to tell them their book sucks so they can fix it, and this is their time to be told their book isn't on the up and up, and maybe they won't fix it, maybe they will. But you can read these books pretty fast on the Kindle, and it's pretty easy. It's not like, it's really not that hard. So it's like not time consuming like you would think. Reading 6 books a week, it's pretty good. But yeah, those are the problems with it. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Not really. Book Bounty. I think overall it's like, you know, if I had to give it a score, like 4 out of 5, like it's pretty good. Maybe 4.5 out of 5, but more like 4 out of 5 because I complained about some things. So like, but I like it. I think it's worth it. I had books online for a long time, and I haven't found anything that could help me. I found lists of sites where they would give you a review. None of them worked. Like, I remember that time period when I had a list of, you go to this site and you get a review, and none of them worked. They were all shit, and I was like, so I stopped promoting my book. And then I saw the video from, I guess, this royalty hero, and he's like, Book Bounty, man. I was like, let's try that, and it was worth it, man. So I'm happy. So I'm gonna stick with it for a while. Because what you do is you get like 20 reviews, and then you got to shoot for 100 apparently. But you got to get your first 20 reviews, and then you can promote it and advertise it. And you can start advertising it when you average like 20 reviews on your book, because they need that social proof, and you want to shoot for 100 reviews after that. That's the story with the royalty hero, I think. So I can't think of anything else to say about it. But some people are just reprinting like classics and selling those. I might have to start reading those, because I like Dracula and stuff like that. But like Ben Franklin and stuff. Ben Franklin autobiography, they're just reprinting that. There's people who are trying to do a business, and it's like, these are people you wouldn't even want to meet. It's just like, you know, like you go ahead and do your business thing, and I'll be the author that went to my MFA in creative writing in grad school, and I'm different than you, and I spent all this time learning how to write, and you didn't. You're just trying to do a business thing. And there's been nothing for people like me who come from an academic background. There's been nothing, because I've gone out after I had my grad school experience. I went right into local writers groups and people promoting Amazon books, and they were all doing like science fiction and stuff, and it was way over the top. Like they weren't even close to being like Alien or the movie or something. Not even close. They were just these spaceship things, and nothing wrong with that. It's just not my thing. And fantasy, like over the top fantasy, like werewolf, vampire, morph, cryptid thing, romance, and it was just like, it's disturbing. Like, why would people read that? But they do. And but we have a glut of like bad books out there, and people like me who have a background in it never get to sell their book. I'm sure you can relate. And like people like me who were, you actually read it and be like, you know, this ain't bad, and like we don't get a shot, you know. But this helps. The Book Bounty helps me a lot, because I've been looking for a business way to do it for fiction for years, and I have short stories right now. I don't have a novel, so you'd be surprised how many people say short stories don't sell at like Barnes and Noble and shit. You'd be surprised how many people fall for these generalizations, and they'll just say this is what business is like, and short stories don't sell. And so like my whole experience doing it on my own has been pretty rough because of that. So Book Bounty is a big help all of a sudden. So I think it's great, even though it's complaining about things. But you know, there's always something to complain about. But yeah, I don't know why we've come to this point where like people write, you know, AI is just generating stuff, and people don't want to even try to write a book anymore. I don't get that. That's how lazy human beings are. But because they all have phrasing. That's the thing. They all like the tapestry of life. Like they'll say stupid stuff like that in the AI. It's like, who would read this except people who have no brain? Like no one would read this AI book that was being produced. And it's about, you know, you gotta sink your teeth into a book, man. Like the first page is the most important. First 5 pages. You know, people don't think about this stuff. So if you want to hire me to help you edit your book, I will. I'm the guy with no shirt on, and I'll help you do that. You just contact me, and I'll charge you $1,000, and we'll freaking make this happen. I'll edit your book, and I won't charge you $25. Trust me. I ain't on this path of like being lowballed. You know, like people tell me to go on Fiverr, and it's like I may, but I'm gonna upsell your butt if I'm on Fiverr. So it ain't gonna be $5 in the end. It'll be 500. You know, screw this. That's the life we live on the internet, and a lot of people are sick of it. But it's still there, and it's still good, and it's still something you can do when you wake up in the morning. You get on your laptop. I mean, come on, like that's good. So even though I complain about everything's good on the internet, and you got to do the Book Bounty. And I don't know what else to say because I went off tangents here, but yeah, you know, you can talk to me about whatever you want in the comments, and that's cool. Book Bounty, man, thumbs up.